The digestive system allows us to break down and use food materials for energy. There are basically two divisions of digestive organs. The alimentary canal is the tube from the mouth to the anus. There are four tissue layers to this tube. And then we have some adjacent organs that are called accessory organs. They assist with the process of digestion. The function of the digestive system is to break down food to the basic molecules, those monosaccharides, amino acids, glycerol, and fatty acids, then absorb those nutrients. Now, not everything can be used, so anything that's left over we will need to eliminate from the body. Digestion occurs in two phases. We have mechanical digestion and we have chemical digestion. The alimentary canal is the long tube in which digestion occurs. You ingest food in the mouth. It will then travel down the esophagus to the stomach. From the stomach, it will go to the small intestine. Now, there are three areas of the small intestine. The very first part is the duodenum. It's the first foot or so. Then you have several feet of jejunum and several feet of ileum. The ileum will connect with the large intestine, which is the last of the tubing. The large intestine has in it a blind pouch called the cecum. This is the ileum joining, so we have this little blind pouch down here. This is the cecum. Attached to the cecum is the appendix. The appendix plays an immune system function in the digestive system. The colon will then travel up the right side of your body as the ascending colon, go across the body as the transverse colon, come down on the left side as the descending colon. Now all of this is fairly anterior in your body. We're going to have to take it back to the back, and that's the sigmoid colon, and it will connect with the rectum. The rectum connects with the anus. There is tissue that helps keep the tubing all in place. This is known as the mesentery. It's part of the peritoneum. As we look at the alimentary canal, there are four layers. Now these vary a little bit in various places of the alimentary canal, but they're all basically there. The lumen is the central open area where the food will be. Because this is a body cavity that has an opening to the outside, it is lined with a mucous membrane, the mucosa. The submucosa is connective tissue, and in the submucosa we will have the blood vessels and the nerves and most of the glands that contribute to the digestive process. We then have the muscular layer, the muscularis externa. In most places this is two layers, a layer that goes around circularly and a layer that goes longitudinally. The outer layer will be connective tissue again. This is known as the serosa. The serosa actually comes out from the peritoneum. The mesentery is formed by the peritoneum coming out from the abdominal cavity wall, wrapping around the tube and going back. The mesentery is how the blood vessels can travel to the tubing. It's also how the nerves travel to the tubing. As we look at the peritoneum, it's going to line the abdominal cavity, so that's the parietal layer, and then it will cover all of the organs in the abdominal cavity. That's the visceral layer. In order to do this, it has to come out from one point on the wall in the back of the abdominal cavity. The peritoneum coming out, wrapping around the tubing and coming back is what makes the mesenteries. In a few places, it not only wraps around the organ, but it drapes downward. These are called omentum. The greater omentum comes off of the stomach. It's usually filled with small fat particles. It helps pad the abdominal organs here and provide a little bit of insulation so you don't lose a lot of heat through your abdomen. The accessory structures are those things that assist with the digestive process. The teeth and the salivary glands are found in the mouth. The teeth are involved in mechanical digestion. They grind the food. The salivary glands contribute to the chemical digestion. There's an enzyme they produce. The liver helps break down food by manufacturing bile, and bile is stored in the gallbladder until we need it. And then the pancreas makes a number of digestive enzymes. Bile and pancreatic fluid is emptied in the duodenum. This is where most of the chemical digestion occurs. Chemical and mechanical digestion are both involved in breaking down foods. Chemical digestion is using enzymes that break down the macromolecules into the monomers. The three major enzymes are amylase, pepsin, and lipase. Mechanical digestion is the physical breaking down of materials. This is breaking them into smaller pieces without breaking any chemical bonds. Chewing and anything that mixes the food aids in mechanical digestion. Chemical digestion is brought about by enzymes. Amylase is the enzyme that breaks carbohydrates down to monosaccharides. It's produced in the salivary glands and the pancreas. Pepsin is one of many enzymes that are involved in breaking proteins down to polypeptides and then to amino acids. Pepsin is made in the stomach. Lipase will break lipids down to glycerol and fatty acids. Lipase is made by the pancreas. However, lipids are not water soluble, so that lipase has a hard time getting to all of the lipid molecules. Bile will emulsify fats, in other words, break big globs of fat down into smaller globs. This allows lipase to work more efficiently. Bile is made by the liver, but it's stored in the gallbladder so that we can only get it when we need it. Some of the mechanical digestion involves movements in the digestive system. Now, peristalsis simply moves food through the system. Those circular muscles take turns contracting down the tube and simply push material through. Segmentation is a different kind of movement. Here we have muscles that contract and then they start to contract and sort of massage these areas. Then some different muscles contract and we massage those areas. And we go back and forth between these two until we have everything mixed. This is part of mechanical digestion. Segmentation allows us to mix the enzymes with foodstuffs completely so that we have complete breakdown to the absorbable molecules.